Hello, good day, everyone. My name is Manuel, the author, and I'm from Ghana, presenting on the research topic factors influencing the participation of mothers in the expanded program on immunization, simply put as EPI, in the municipality where I work in a district hospital in Ghana. Thank you. I will start by putting up the summary. Let's go strictly by the format that was given. Then in the summary, you will get to know that the World Health Organization in 1974 proposed and launched the EPI program, that is the expanded immunization, to immunize children against six childhood killer and other diseases, aimed at achieving and maintaining more than 90% coverage with all the vaccines. However, this study was carried out to determine the factors influencing the participation of mothers in the EPI in the Nkoranza South Municipality. A cross-sectional study was carried out evaluating knowledge of mothers on the importance of EPI in the municipality in the region of Ghana. The study population comprised of 150 mothers with children 5 years and below. The information was obtained through questionnaire and the road to health chart that the mothers usually use when they come to the antenatal clinic. And then the results obtained uh, showed that the most popular reason that the people or the mothers default from immunization is that they traveled some long distance, or at the time they have traveled, that is why they could not bring their children for the immunization. Details will be down when I get to the results. The results also reveal that most of the mothers they have heard about what is immunization, but the research will also let you understand that even though they have heard, there's still some lack of knowledge somewhere when it comes to what the vaccines does to the body. Now, so what? When the expanded program on immunization (EPI) was launched in 1974, less than 5% of the world's children were immunized during the first year of life against the six childhood killer diseases, namely polio, diphtheria, tuberculosis, pertussis, that is whooping cough, measles, and tetanus. Today, nearly 75% of children receive Nearly 75% of children receive these life-saving vaccinations. An increasing number are also protected by new and underused vaccines like hepatitis B. However, a quarter of world's children, that is about 34 million infants, are not immunized against the killer diseases. While globally rates have risen, immunization level has actually decreased in some countries. That is according to UNICEF in 2001. The Ghana Ministry of Health adopted an approach to decrease surveillance and response, which was integral. Of much concern is the vaccine preventable diseases, just as I mentioned earlier. The study sought to evaluate the factors that influences them, and we'll look at them as we move down. The background is that with reference to World Health Organization, WHO, we have already gotten to know that they launched a program to fight against the six childhood killer diseases. Now, UNGAS, which is the United Nations General Assembly, goes by 2010, were also ready to ensure full immunization of children under 1 year of age at 90% coverage. They also considered vitamin A deficiency elimination in maternal and neonatal tetanus elimination also. World Health Assembly and UNGA's goals by 2005 aimed at polio eradication, measles mortality reduction, and then the Millennium Development Goals (MDGs) to test reduction in mortality as compared to 1990 when the whole thing was started. The aim of this was to achieve and maintain more than 90% coverage with all the vaccines. Currently, offered by national immunization programs in various districts and regions in my country. So the background continues. We realize that this is the actual the immunization schedule for infants that has been recommended by World Health Organization. But I said it earlier, we also have some vaccines that have been introduced into the market, such as the hepatitis B and others that have been added now in our antenatal clinics. The methods that I used was that with reference to the study design, a descriptive study with cross-sectional design was carried out to evaluate the mothers on importance, and it was conducted over 6 weeks period. The study population comprised of mothers with children under 5 years who are attendants at the hospital where I used a sampling method which was pervasive sampling to select the 150 respondents for the study. This really helped in the selection of the unique cases because I was really looking at the children, mothers for children who were just under 5 years. The units or respondents were intentionally picked for the study because of the characteristics or the qualities which are not randomly distributed among the general population, but exhibited most of the characteristics of interest of the study. The sample size, as I said earlier, was 150. Data collection, I used a questionnaire comprising of both closed and open-ended questions, which were administered to respondents. The questionnaire was processed, randomly selected mothers awaiting consultation in the outpatients department of the hospital. Both English and Chi, the most popular language in my country, were used in the administration of the questionnaire so that they could understand exactly what I am doing. In the analysis of the data gathered was analyzed both manually and using Microsoft Excel, and the results were expressed in percentages using charts and tables. That is because I couldn't have used any other because the respondents were not that huge, so that I could go for SPSS. The results as shown reveal that regarding perception and knowledge of the importance of the expanded program of immunization, EPI, 98% said they have heard about what is immunization. Only 2% said they have not heard about anything like that. Further questioning also revealed that 42.7% of the mothers think that the immunization cures diseases, and 24.7% also think that it prevented diseases. What 6% also assumed that they didn't know exactly what it prevented, and then 26.7% did not answer at all. With regards to the results and discussion, presence of side effects, the mothers who said their children experienced side effects were asked to specify the kind of side effects of the children had. Over half of the mothers, 56.25%, complained of fever. 35.4% the mothers complained that the vaccination site got swollen. Other mothers with complaints, 8.3% complained not to like the excessive crying and other non-specific symptoms. With regards to their source of information, most of the mothers got their information from the health personnel as they come into the hospital, and the source of information by health workers was leading. The source of information as from friends recorded 21.3%. Source of information on immunization from other sources also recorded less than 10%. And then 8.7% also said that their information was gotten from the media, as in the form of radio and television. Results and discussion continues. On the perception of level of knowledge of mothers or the importance of expanded program of immunization. The study showed that majority of the mothers, as I said earlier, 98% had heard about immunization. Only 2% of the mothers had never heard about immunization. Of the 98% of them who have heard about the immunization, 92 of them said knew what it could do to their children, and 8% did not know what it could do for them at all. This response was a research that was done by the Dominican Republic that shows that although it is highly desirable that mothers have good knowledge about the disease, the lack of this knowledge does not appear to influence their seeking immunization for their children. They consider immunizations to be very important and understand that they protect against very serious diseases. It does not appear, therefore, that the program should give much priority to addressing mothers' lack of knowledge regarding the diseases. On the issue of immunization coverage of children under 5 years, the study revealed that more than half, that's about 55.3% of children, were fully immunized. The proportion of those who had not been fully immunized, recording 22, and those whose immunization was up to date, fully up to date, was about the same. The lowest percentage was recorded for those who had received no vaccinations at all. That was 1.3%. This is not comparable to rates recorded in Rwanda, which has an astonishing 96% immunization coverage for children less than 1 year of age. That is even higher than the 95% rate reported for the industrialized countries. However, the results are similar to those in the Mujinat et al. Study on maternal knowledge on perceptions about the routine immunization program in the semi-urban areas in Rajasthan, 2003, which revealed that 83 out of 168 children in the study were fully, that is 50% were fully immunized. 52 people representing 31.3 were partially immunized, and 31 people representing 18.7% were not immunized at all. With reference to reasons mothers default from the expanded program of immunization, the most common reason that the mother traveled long distance is 36.36% at the time the child was due to receive the next immunization, and did not take the child to the hospital when she returned because the time had passed. The next reason was that the child was ill, which recorded 15.15%. At the time he or she is supposed to receive the vaccination and was taken to the immunization center upon recovery, the child had the mother being too busy, with 15.15% also, to take the child to the immunization point. Also trying where the mother was also being ill, so she was unable to take the child, and also postponed the immunization because the mother was ill and could not take the child to the hospital for the immunization. Occurring less frequently were problems with the health facility. That was about 9.09%, such as unfriendly staff and the far distance to the facility. None of the mothers gave a religious reason for defaulting, and this recorded a 0%. The reason for defaulting differ in given by Singh and et al. In a study on the reasons for non-immunization, in which obstacles was the most mentioned reason for non-immunization. About 38.8% of the mothers reported. 25.2% had misconception beliefs about immunization, such as fever. After immunization for a healthy child might be harmful. Too many doses, others believe.